This view is insanely gorgeous. Well, good afternoon. It is currently a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Colorado, and I am just about a couple of minutes from the trailhead of Red Cone. This is a bucket list trail that I've only done once before, a couple of weeks ago actually, when I came out here with the club. And this trail, honestly, it is exceptional. Truly, truly exceptional. The challenge, the views, everything. I have a sign right here for Red Cone Road just straight ahead. So it's gonna take us up what would be Webster Pass for a hot second. And then we're on Red Cone. I'll see you guys, already with the crawling, I'll see you guys at the trailhead. All right, so as you can see from the sign here we are at the junction of Red Cone Pass and Webster Pass. So we're gonna be headed up this way where you're kind of immediately greeted with a couple of gatekeepers. One notably is a really huge boulder in the middle of the road with kind of just a boulder on the right, kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I made it once through before with the Jeep without any issue, and I kind of expect to do that again, but we're gonna see. It's currently around 3:30, 4 o'clock here in Colorado, and I expect to be up at the top of the pass, at the summit, hopefully around 7:30 with all the getting in and out and filming. So hopefully we make our way through here before the sun goes down. If anything, I got lights on, so let's get to it. This really is kind of a rock garden here at the bottom portion of Red Cone. Once you get past the tree line, it becomes much less bouldery for sure. Still very rocky, but much less big boulders embedded in dirt sort of thing. A lot more loose rock actually, which has its own sort of challenges for sure. This is gonna be the first major obstacle you're really gonna come across here on Red Cone. You have a big boulder in the middle of the trail here, and you can either take the right line, which can get you a little tippy, or you might not have enough clearance and you'll scrape on that boulder, or you can take the left line where there's a boulder jutting out of the left side of the hill right here. So you're just gonna do, in a rig like mine, I'm just gonna keep it to the left as much as possible because I don't want to scrape up on that boulder in the middle. And then once I clear this boulder jutting out to my left here, I'm going to start slightly cutting it right, not too much, just enough. I'm actually going to drive on top of a pretty big boulder on the left side near the end of this right here. Check my mirror, make sure I'm not sliding into that boulder down there. Driving up on this one. And that's it. Got a couple more under me that I really can't see. Just gonna take it easy, feel where the Jeep is going, feel the wheel, feel the tires. Ease my way, don't mash anything. And just like that, we have successfully gone through, once again, what I would consider the first major obstacle, climbing up Red Cone Pass. We've now come up on what I'd consider the hardest and largest obstacle here on Red Cone. We do have some pretty gnarly ruts further up ahead that, as long as you have your sway bar disconnected, enough suspension travel, and choose the proper line, you'll get through just fine. So in my opinion, this is the hardest obstacle. What I did last time, and I'm gonna try it again, I'm just gonna come up, get my driver's side tires up onto the edge of the middle boulder here, and that'll also have my passenger side tires come up on those boulders without getting too far over that way. It's pretty straightforward. I made it through last time. I believe I scraped a control arm mount right there, and we're probably gonna do the same thing again. So let's give it a shot. All right, so we're gonna start making our way up to it. Make sure I get a visual on the boulder. Yes, I do. So just gonna try my best. Okay, dead on, right where I wanted it. All right, oh, we're sliding a little. All right, we're over with the front. Ooh, high centered, I think. Let's get out and assess the situation here of where we're high centered so I don't make a bad mistake here. I am up here, so I was 2 over to the left. I'm on my skid. This is where lockers would come into play. Let's see what happens. Get myself unwedged. Okay. Well, turning my wheel all the way to the left. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna make my way back down. Ooh, getting way too far over. My tires are slicking now, they're hot. Okay. I'm gonna try that again because I want to get the proper line. So I was high centered there. I think I'm gonna bring it more over to the right. Yeah, my belt on, it's not locked anymore. That's not much more over to the right, but let's see. There we go. That's what I wanted. All right. Not as graceful as I did last time, my first go through, but we made it on through. We are now where what is considered the rock garden portion of Red Cone. Even though in my opinion, most of it down here is, this is where you have some of the biggest rock garden obstacles. I think I'm gonna do, what did I do last time? I kind of want to be smart about this one. Do I want to go over it? Let's see. It might just end up putting me in a rut. We're gonna crawl down. Nope, we're good. Slowly make our way. I said slowly, and I just hit my frame. Pretty sure that's what that was. That's my own fault for not going slow. These are boulders with pretty big drops, so even if you have the clearance, it is definitely recommended to take your time over them slowly. Allow yourself to ease down rather than a full-on drop as you're making your way through. So far, so good through Red Cone. We are making our way towards the last obstacle, which is the really deep ruts that go back and forth, really make your suspension work. I see we are nearing the top of the tree line, which that means we are then, after the ruts and the top of the tree line, we do our ascent to the summit of Red Cone. Super, super friggin' cool that I'm doing this on a late Sunday afternoon and I'm having such a great time. I didn't take the lines as cleanly as I did last time, as cleanly as I hoped I was gonna do, but hey, no harm, no foul. Using my sliders, using my skids, most of my lines have been good, but some misjudgments here or there. That's expected, that's all right. So yeah, we're making our way through Red Cone Pass. It's currently 5:30 right now. I think I've been at this for 2 hours. So once we get through the ruts, get to the top of the tree line, it's gonna be smooth sailing right to the summit. I cannot wait to show you guys that. It is insane up there. It's so cool. There's an American flag up there with the elevation sign and everything. I'll show you guys that in a moment, but yeah, let's make our way. another waypoint I forgot to mention is the tight trees and tight turns that come right before the rutted out section. So we've just come across it. I'll show you guys this and we'll make our way through. So now, after making our way through the rest of the narrow tree line, we are here at the ruts, and you can see just how deep and undulated these are. 4 or 5 of them. Just so you have an idea, this is me in the last rut right here. And yeah, sway bar disconnected is highly recommended, and the line to take through here is as far right as you can get. The ground is a little wet compared to when it was 2 weeks ago when I came, so let's see, I 3-wheeled it for like half a second and made it through last time. We'll see how I do this time around. That could not have gone better. I still three-wheeled it there, but you know, I think that's just the limitations of the travel I have. You know, I don't have a metal cloak insane suspension that travels like a full 3 feet or whatever it is. I have the Rancho 9000 XL series lift kit. With this lift kit, I didn't have to do anything with my brake lines, and I wasn't in the mood to really have to change any of that. So yeah, made it through, no problem. Like I said, three-wheeled a little bit, but it catches in like, you know, a second or two, not a big deal. Just making my way through a pretty tippy area right here. Oh, make it go, make it go. It is currently 6 o'clock right now, so it's been 2.5 hours so far here in Red Cone. That is because I am filming. I have been stopping a lot. I've had to retake a few shots. So I've been taking my time. I've probably added an hour and a half already to my 2.5 hour trip. So you really, on trails off-road, it does say that Red Cone takes about 2 hours to complete. And if you're just alone, going, not stopping at all, yeah, sure, it does, but you're gonna stop, especially when you're with a group, to check your lines, be careful going through. People are gonna wanna stop. Just, you guys know, you know how it is. But yeah, so if you're looking just to jet on through, that what I just did, the ruts right there, is the last major obstacle here on Red Cone. Now, all we have, the trees are getting smaller, and we are making our way to the Alpine Tundra. I'll see you guys there in just a second. Here we are. We have successfully made our way above the tree line, and oh my God, this is just crazy. This is a crazy, crazy view. Wow. We're headed up there. We are headed up that way. Oh man. What a wonderful Sunday afternoon, just solo adventuring on Red Cone, you know. Living my best life, honestly, I can't even lie. A beautiful day out. Last time I came here, we got hailed on, which, listen, it was cool, it was fun, but this is gorgeous. I am more than happy, more than satisfied. I'm really happy I came out today. I'm just gonna take this in for a second because you know what? We're actually gonna go from there all the way up there. I don't know if you really can see it currently, but there is a road heading all the way to the summit. That tippy top is 12,800 feet. Red Cone Summit, Red Cone Pass. I'm happy. I'm happy. So I'm gonna take it in for another second and we're gonna start our ascent to the summit. Push to the top. Wow. Here we are, 7:15 on a Sunday early evening. We made it to the Red Cone Peak, the summit of Red Cone Pass, 12,801 feet in elevation. This is just crazy. The fact that this Jeep is able to make it up here on a solo run. We've made it to the top of Red Cone in the Jeep alone on a Sunday afternoon when I thought I might get stuck up here at nighttime. You know, this view is insanely gorgeous. And Red Cone. It is rated a difficult trail, 5 mandatory, 6 optional on trails off-road. I definitely agree with that. The obstacles that you're going to come across in the beginning are definitely, you know, you're gonna hit. I have a 3.5-inch lift and rock sliders and skids. Granted, my sliders do hang pretty low, so I will say I hit maybe more than I should. But even so, you're definitely going to need a lifted rig or just really, really good tire placement and a spotter. If you're out here alone though, yeah, a lift for sure. Sway bar links, disconnected is not, it's not up for debate. You need to listen. I saw someone do it without their sway bar disconnected last time, and they two-wheeled a lot in the ruts, so they were teetering quite often. If you're looking to come out here and enjoy the trail, but not put yourself in situations you don't need to, disconnected sway bar links, a lift, and that's pretty much it. You know, I know online it says the trail might need lockers. No, it doesn't. It really doesn't, actually. I came across a point where I was high-centered. If I had lockers, it would have pulled me over, but I was able to readjust, back off, and go back on. Besides all that, besides the technical aspects of Red Cone, I mean, hold on. I'm here. I'm at the peak right now. This was the one to do. This was the one to do for sure. I am going to hang out here just for a little while before I head back down. I'm going to get out of the shot. You take it in for a minute, as will I. And then we're going to head down. So we are going to make our way down Red Cone now. And as many of you, if you've read any guides or read up on Red Cone in general, you will have heard, as I mentioned, that it is pretty sketchy going downhill. So my transfer case is already obviously in 4 low, but I use the manual option on my automatic transmission to have it in first gear. Now, if I just let go, like I just did right here, I'm already at 4 miles an hour, 6, and it doesn't 7, so you do have to modulate the brake with this transfer case. A Rubicon, as I was with a group of other Rubicons, they did not have the problem that I have. So your mileage will vary, but I have my transfer case in 4 low first, and I am just ever so slightly easing on my brakes without allowing for tires to slide. And as you can kind of see, you're kind of guided as it is. There is a spot, see I'm sliding there a little bit, but I really can't help it. You know, slow down a bit and let it just go. But you're kind of guided. There's ruts of the loose shelf road rock. Anyways, I'm gonna let it go because we're about to go uphill, so it's gonna pick up speed and spinning my transmission too fast. But as you can see, this transfer case, it's not made for this. It's really not. So now we're going uphill. I am gonna just ease my way up onto this. I'm gonna get rocked a bit. Arm's tired. I'm gonna extend it in another moment because there is quite a view we're coming up on. Quite a view. Up we go. All the way to the top, can't see. Oh man, would you look at that? And now back into first for our final descent. It's been quite a day, quite a day. Oh man, we can actually see Red Cone from here. We are at the top of Webster Pass, and look at that. Oh man, we're gonna get out, enjoy the view, take some pictures, and then I gotta head home. I'll talk about that in a minute. And now, what better way to end your Red Cone trip, your Red Cone trail ride at sunset with your Jeep and the beautiful Red Cone Peak, Red Cone Summit in all its glory, being lit up by the sun perfectly at sunset. Since this is where our Red Cone journey ends. Thank you so much for watching, really. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video and this trail ride as much as I did. It was exciting enough to do it with the club, but to be out here solo, making a Roach Off-Road video on Red Cone, I'm looking forward to what my next trail video is, because this is one that's going to be hard to top, very much. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so, because I have so many videos already out that you will enjoy and so many more to come. Red Cone is a monumental trail. It is a beautiful trail. It is difficult, it is challenging, but you'll get through it. You got yourself a lift kit, good seat time, you'll get through it. I've rambled enough. I am losing daylight quickly. I have about 40 minutes to drive through the woods. I am gonna head north. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have some B-roll, maybe, of my drive out. I hope it doesn't get too dark. It actually might, so yeah.